Hey, good afternoon, good morning, good evening, wherever you are in the world, because Eugene's in it's up 12 a.m. where he is. This is Harry from Spurs TV. We're back again on a Sunday with Spurs Raging TV. So this is probably going to turn into like a segment for the end of the season because we keep playing on Saturdays, Sundays at 4 or 5 o'clock. We're going to be with Eugene. So yeah, guys, get used to
Yeah.
it. So Eugene, first
Yeah,
of all, did you watch the game yesterday?
yeah, I watched the game,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
It's still the same old Spurs.
Yeah. What did
Mm.
you think of the starting lineup? Do you think it was as expected, or would you have made any other changes? Or
No, the starting lineup, I expected it because Conte likes to stick to his consistency. I mean, he produced the results during the what call the game against Nottingham Forest. He'll maintain the same kind of
mm,
startup, right? But within 5 minutes, Richie pulls his hamstring, right? Then the next, how you say that? The next 15, 20 minutes, Davis pulls his whatever string.
hey, you're right, mate. It's one of my friends. You're right.
Yeah, yeah,
yeah,
yeah, yeah.
yeah.
Uh, So then we had to start playing Perisic, and that's when it all
Mm,
crumbles defensively, right? So, yeah. Even when we were 3-1 up, I was going like, nah, we can't maintain that scoreline. Our defense is shit. And
our defense is
lo and
shit.
behold, mm,
Yeah.
our defense been shit for since forever.
I mean,
Since what?
if is that like because obviously out of all the players, I thought Porro was probably our best player.
Yeah,
Would
yeah.
you
Poro
played
did.
Emerson? Would you have played Emerson yesterday? Or would you start with
No,
Porro?
I would start with Poro. Poro is the our to tell the truth, right?
Mm,
Poro at the moment now is our most effective wing back. That's all,
mm,
right? Or winger, whatever you can call him, right? He has the vision, he has the pace, he has the balls, right, to do what
mm.
he did, right, with his first goal, right? Smash it straight down, right, the throat of the goalkeeper, all right? So yeah, Poro, I'll prefer Poro any day, anytime, right? Uh, Emerson, he's better defensively, but I don't think he'll give us much of an attacking threat if we played him too much. Right. So Porro should still be there. But I know international break usually breaks us, but we got broken before the international break. So
Yeah, yeah.
yeah. So yeah, that's
But
the
what did you think
story.
of his Porras performance? Because out of all the players, I thought he was probably our man of the match before he came off.
Porro, yeah. You could give it to him, right?
Mm,
But in that day, the results were disappointing, so it doesn't matter who becomes man of the match, right? The ball
mm.
boy could be the man of the match for all I care.
I mean, we had Davies started left wing back till obviously he came off, and then
Mhm.
Perisic came on. Um, Obviously we were 3-1 up. Now, yeah, yeah,
Big up, bro.
never dull.
Right.
Yeah, it's never
Yeah,
dull.
you never know. Yeah, that's why I keep saying Spurs give us content. I call YouTubers loads of content to hype on, to harp on. Right. So
Yeah. But
yeah,
I think he kind of has a point because do you think the football was boring because we scored 3 goals? Because a lot of
uh,
people say, "Oh, the football under Conte is not good enough."
no,
Blah
the
blah
football
blah.
wasn't boring, right? It was up and down, right? They attacked
Mm,
us, we attacked them. They attacked us, we attacked them. We had Kane, we had Son, right? We had the better strikers, right? But we didn't have competent defenders. That's the sad part. Come on, right? We were 3-1 up in
mm,
the 77th minute, right? And they all crumbled. So what can you say? They didn't give me much of the signs came to me was very, very quickly.
mm.
In the beginning of the first half, in the first 3-4 minutes,
Yeah.
right? They just put a splitting pass through and they got the equalizer. And that showed how disorganized we were at the back, and all of a sudden it's like all our players went to halftime, right? Smoked the joint, came back out stone.
Yeah. Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? And didn't know what happened, right? So, ah, and yeah, Dyer, please, yeah, and we're
But
gonna.
like, do you think because obviously he was shit yesterday, but do you think
Yeah,
our backline is completely to blame for yesterday, or is it more than that? And I'll get onto it later because we're going to talk about Conte's comments, but
yeah.
because obviously our strikers
Ah,
scored or our attackers scored 3 goals between them, and then you have the defense conceded 3. Obviously, Dyer's probably one of the most culpable players, I think. But
I think the problem is that once we lost Davis, right,
mm,
we completely. I mean, even Perisic scored a goal. Okay, kudos
God,
to him, right?
yeah,
But
yeah.
but the problem is that when we lost Davis, it's like we lost a part of our defense, right? And we couldn't actually rely on Perisic to come back to defend, right?
Pick
Oh,
up Daryl.
yeah,
I think you're right about that.
injury, that kind of thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, hence nothing happens. Nothing changes. Yeah, we know Daryl. We know,
Mm.
right? I know. That's why I don't get too upset whatever happens nowadays, right? Uh, yeah, the option is that what we're gonna do, right? Send a drone to Levy's house. Yeah. Right. So the only thing is that I'm saying once we lost Davis, somehow or another, it's like we took out a chain, a chink
Mhm.
of a link of a chain out of our defense, and it all crumbled from there. So I mean, even though I don't rate Davis that high, but maybe as an overall what I call part of the defensive lineup, he plays a crucial role. So once we lost him, right, it is what it is. And Southampton knew our weaknesses and they took advantage of it. Most of the attack came down from that side of the wing, right? Carl Walker Peters was just, you know, thumping Perisic most of the time. Yeah.
You get used to play for Tottenham Walker Peters as well. But like, you know, that pen decision was the best thing to happen. It provoked the brilliant outburst. Yeah. I mean, we'll talk about that in a minute, Rob, but we'll go over the game first. But
Yeah.
you mentioned obviously in the second half how we started as if we just smoked a joint. Um, like to me, it's like we complete the first half 1-0 up, yeah, and any normal team would come out in the second half and try and score more goals to retain the clean sheet as well, and try and because also like we started the second half and it's like we were half asleep. But
Yeah.
obviously, lots been pushed to us this season about being a first half team and a second half team.
Mm. No, I think we are more like our owners, right? Knee jerking reactionary team. When they score, then we react. You get what I'm saying? Right? We reacted well after they scored, right? We got
Mm.
two goals after that, right? So, but somehow or another, after we got the two goals, right? Then we went back for another puff, pass the Ducci on the left hand side, one more round, right? And we all fell asleep again, right? They all fell asleep again. And the second goal, the one from Walcott, that was criminal, right?
Mm.
It ended up with Harry Kane and Eric Dyer standing on the goal line. What the hell were they doing that for? Right? Instead of marking the player. All right. So, right. Hey, Scotty, big
Yeah, well,
up.
big up, Scott.
Yeah. Hop on, Scotty, if you're free.
Yeah,
Uh,
there's the links at the top, mate. So if you want to hop
yeah,
on, just hop on.
hop on.
Yeah, but it's like the mentality of the players. And the reason I brought up Dyer is because Dyer actually came out. Did you see his comments after the game by any chance at all?
Nah, don't care.
Shall I read them to you? You'll laugh.
Yeah. Let me know what he said. All right.
Yeah, give me a second. Let me just get them up
To
because
tell
I
you the truth,
called him. I called him.
after the watch along I did with Scott
Yeah.
and Stel and Dietrich, right? I just didn't have the strength to go on anymore because it was just all we're gonna do is we're gonna moan, we're gonna whine, we're gonna
Mm.
cry, right? And the best part was that I went and watched the Formula One qualifying, right? And then I went to sleep. The next morning I woke up, it was like all hell broke loose. I was wondering what happened. Then, I went and read my messages. I said, oh, Conte came out with his statement. We'll go through that later.
Yeah. So he said, and I quote, "We shouldn't let them back into the game. They lost both their centre backs, and we should cause them a lot more problems. We only have ourselves to blame. There will be lots of ups and downs for everybody fighting for top four and relegation."
That's all?
That's what Dyer said. Yeah.
Okay. Don't care, right? We have ourselves to blame. Yeah. And you're going to get an extension, contract. Yeah. You shouldn't even
Like,
sign it. Right?
some Marlon pointed out this to me on his show yesterday because we had Marlon, Hass, me, TJ, Andy joined on. Big up to Andy as well, and that channel. And he said to me, normally the person who speaks out is the person who's most culpable for this sort of thing. So he comes out and speaks out and says, "Oh, we shouldn't let them do this," but you're the biggest culprit. That's why I call him a hypocrite. I think Dyer's an absolute hypocrite because he comes out and criticizes other players, criticizes their performances, but he's probably the person who's most responsible for it. If you think about it.
Yeah, it's always been like that. So that's why I say I don't care, right?
Yeah.
He can come and say whatever he wants to say, but
Conversation
come
with
on.
the words "dire" and football in the same sentence is totally out of order.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Big up. Right. Like I keep saying, right? The players that we have, right, that come out and talk, they just talk the talk. They don't walk. You get what I'm saying? Or not? And it's always been like that. It's been like that for the past 4 years. Our defense has been like that for the past 4 years. Why don't we upgrade it? Why haven't we done anything about it? So whose fault is that? So I'm not gonna go into that kind of another riot of whose fault is it,
I really
right?
like that comment. Big up, Rob. He
Yeah,
speaks better Portuguese than he does English.
yeah.
Yeah. But also, I kind of think we need to speak about Kulusevski because he's come back from injury, and I was one of the people who kind of leveled the fact that because he came back from injury, he's been like not as good, and he got an assist yesterday. Fair enough, but his all-round play's been really poor. Like, do you think that it's possible that because he's got a loan? Yeah, I don't know whether it's obligatory that we have to sign him, or is it based on?
I think for Decky, right, it's an obligation to buy him because I think part of his loan contract that we signed with Juventus is that if we made the Champions League this season, right,
But if we
we
don't make
have
the
to buy
Champions
it.
League this season, but if we don't make the
Not this
Champions
season,
League
last season.
last
This
season,
this
so it's
this
not
season,
this
sorry,
season.
this season, right? Because he joined us January last season, and it was in his
18
contract
month
that
loan, I think, isn't it?
yeah, it was on an 18-month loan, and we remake the Champions League this season, right? It's an obligation to buy. So Decky is gonna be with us, right? So we have to make the best out of it. Maybe for all you know, like I said, like we have to go into maybe the comment, I mean the outburst that came out from our manager later. That could be the biggest issue that's happening with our players now, right? It's affecting everyone, right?
Yeah, I agree with this.
Mm.
Mm.
To tell the truth, right? Maybe it hurts more because Arsenal's top, right? And most probably Arsenal's going to win the league. So maybe now our fans will wake up and actually see what's happening, right? Even I've changed my, you know, I'm backing
Yeah,
him. You
yeah.
see, I'm backing him, right? And big up to him, right? Because he's the only one got the balls, right, to come out to say all these things while we have been saying all these things and nobody wants to listen,
I feel
right?
like sometimes he's been watching our channels because some of the quotes he said about 20 years, they're used to it. The players are too comfortable. I've been saying this for ages.
I'll explain that to you later when we go through the comments.
Yeah. But
Why
I'm
he's
saying with
different here.
Kulusevski, what do you think the issue is with his form?
Kulusevski, Deki, I think the injury is not that simple, right? He was rushed back because we don't have enough players to play. And he at that period of time, he was our most creative and attacking player, right? And along the way, you lose a little bit of your form. And the sad part is that now the Premier League players, the coaches, right, the managers, right, know what to do with him. You get what I'm saying? Not right? Right? How to handle him, right? So I guess he has to be a bit smarter now, right? He has to be a bit more guile to produce the form that he had the previous season, right? That he was the end of the last season that he was with us. So, and injuries do play a part. Mental side maybe will play a part, right? And to tell the truth, the sad part is that he didn't even go to the World Cup because
He didn't
Sweden didn't
qualify.
even qualify.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
so maybe that played a part in him too, right? But it is what it is. If we can't get 100% Decky out on the field, Spurs being a top six club, we should have a proper replacement for him, right? So, and playing
But we've got
Richie in
Dan
that.
Juma on loan, so
Oh, then Juma is a club signing, right? So,
yeah.
and you know
He
what
won't
happens
play.
with
Yeah.
we all know what happens with club signings, right? Look at what Spence is doing now in what called the French league, right? League 1, right?
Liga.
Which is
Yeah.
Ligue 1, right? But whatever I've been hearing, he's not doing much of anything
No,
in League 1.
yeah.
Yeah, yeah. So I guess in the end day, the manager knows, right? We are not the manager. He's the manager. He knows, right? But hard to say. Uh, for Decky's sake, I guess now with Richie injured, when he's coming back, we
He's
do
got
not
to
know.
play. Yeah, because he's
He
got
has
to
to
play.
play. Yeah.
Yeah.
He has to play. We got no one else to play, right? So, and I guess Dan Newmer isn't a right side attacking player, or is he? I'm not that sure.
I
Right?
think he
He's
can
more.
play all across the front, from
Yeah.
what I
Oh
heard.
yeah, yeah. We buy players that can play all across the front, right? But when we put him there, they're shit. So we do not know yet. Right. So we'll find out maybe along the way, right? Whoever is still the manager, right, might use him, might not use him. We'll see. We'll see. Right. We got 2 weeks break coming up. So
Mm.
yeah, we'll have to keep an
It'll
eye
be a
on that.
nice break to put it that way. Yeah.
Oh, guys, please, please, please. International breaks are not nice for Spurs, right? I keep telling, I've been saying this every international break. We are cursed, right? The international break breaks us usually, but this time we're really broken even before the international break. But that could be a blessing in disguise, right? Because those guys being injured now will have 2 weeks to recover, right? Instead of getting injured with their country and coming back to recover for the 2 weeks or 1 month or whatever, maybe that's a blessing in disguise, right?
So I just want to quickly go over the tactics before we get into Conte stuff. So obviously we started with a 3-4-3. But I was quite surprised. Southampton started with a 4-4-2, according to the stream I was watching at least. And did you think that affected us at all or not?
To tell the truth, right? We no, it like I said, the injuries came very quick and fast for us, and the injuries came very quick and fast for Southampton. Somehow or another,
Mm,
they they had the hunger, you can say no,
mm,
the desire. It doesn't matter what tactics you play in the end of the day, if your players have the hunger and the desire, are willing to throw yourself in the line of fire, right? You will see the results there. You will see the kind of play which is with the passion and the intensity that
mm,
is impressive, right? And the worst part is even what I call the all the journals, right? Like the BBC, Sky Sports, and all that. They're saying Southampton deserved the draw. I was like going, what? How did Southampton deserve the draw, right? Oh, they deserve the draw because of a bad referee decision and a bad VAR call, right? So, but it is what it is. So they got the draw. But whether they deserve it or not, I don't think so. Because we went up 1-0, they got back, then we smacked 2 goals in, right? And we crumbled. How could they deserve it? Yeah, maybe they pressured us, but we shouldn't be in that kind of position. So the tactics, right? Why couldn't when we went 3-1 up in the 77 minute just play 8-1-1, right? Put 8 players on the goal line and
yeah,
defend.
just Kane and Son just do the
Yeah,
running
Kane and
around.
Son up front, right?
Yeah,
8-1-1 it. And then
mm,
once we get a counter attack, lob the ball up head, pass
yeah,
it to Kane, Kane will pass it to Son, and Son will score. Nah,
yeah.
what kind of tactics you want to say? If the players are not there to play, it doesn't
Mm.
matter. Everybody goes invisible.
But this game really, really, really reminded me of, back in Jose Mourinho in
Yeah,
lockdown, when
yeah,
3-0
yeah,
up against West Ham,
yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
and
The West
3-3.
Ham game. Yeah, and
That's the game.
that's began the downfall of Jose. Guys, you better remember during that period of time when we were 3-0 up, we were top of the league. We
Mm.
just beat Manchester United at Old Trafford, right? We went back home, and what happened, right? Uh, the bigger narrative, I keep telling you guys, there's a narrative behind everything. I've been
Yeah,
seeing it
we
for
have
some time.
we bottled it basically again.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, but why do we bottle it all the time? Why are we called Spursy, right? Do our owners allow that?
I'd say so. Yeah.
Yeah. Maybe Levy's got a copyright on it. Every time we use the word Spursy, he gets money.
That's maybe how he got so rich. Let's not get
Yeah,
into that.
no,
Okay.
I got another bigger theory on that how he got so rich.
Yeah. Okay, so I've been delaying this too long. So Conte came out yesterday and made certain comments about the club and the managers and previous managers and about the fans and about. So let's get into it. Thoughts on Conte's comments, Eugene?
All right. Very simple. Last season, after we beat Man City, right? Then we lost to Burnley. Conte went on a rampage, right? Do I deserve to be here? Right? Am I the right manager? Right? Blah blah blah. He blew up, right? And a lot of our fans said that, oh, Conte is so, he's so proud, he's so arrogant, right? Right? Is he the one doing us a favor because he's here, right? And somehow or another, our fans keep forgetting, right? I still don't understand why our fans keep forgetting. Okay, we wanted him here when Nuno was here, right? We shouted Levy out when we lost to Manchester United, right? Yeah, big up, Bobby, big up, right? Join the stream, Bobby, right? If you're not working, right? Ah, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Ah, yeah, right? And when we got in Conte, right, most of us fans will say, okay, this is the last straw, right? Right? Levy's got his back cornered, right? His back is against the wall. And if he doesn't give Conte what he wants, we are going to revolt. We want revolution. We want change. We want this. We want that. 6 months down the line, the seed of Conte out was planted. I saw that seed come in 6 months down the line. Guys, I was saying already, the seed of Conte out has been planted, and it grew and it grew. And guess what? Right? Now there's a Conte out faction, which is in the Levy out faction.
Yeah, which makes it even worse.
It boggles my mind, right? What the hell is wrong with you guys? Right? You guys wanted Conte in, right? You guys says this was Levy's last chance to prove Conte this, to give him to win us something, to prove, right, that he has the balls. Then when he went on the rampage, right, I kept saying he got gagged, right? He got gagged, and whenever he came out for the rest of all the press conferences he did, it was so mild, it was so, I don't know, placid, timid, right? Cryptic, the best part, cryptic, right?
Somehow like previous managers as well before him, very cryptic.
Yeah, right, very cryptic, right? And I keep saying that is not Conte. That is not the real Conte. I wanted the Conte that was, there and then in during Burnley, right? And I keep having this in my mind. He still hasn't thrown any players under the bus, right? He's still protecting the players. Why? Right? And us fans to keep saying, if Dyer is so shit, why does he keep picking him? Right? Sanchez is shit. Why is he playing? Right? Summer transfer window comes along. It was supposed to be our big summer transfer window. We're going to get the players that Conte want, the players that Conte need, right? To bring us to glory, right? Yeah, the only glory God must is a glory hole.
That's brilliant. But like for me, like, I totally agree with you. I don't understand Levy out people or Conte out people. It's more the fact that, because to me, Levy's been here 23 years. We've won one trophy, and he's the common denominator. So how can you think that the manager's the problem now? The only reason I can say people saying that way is maybe they don't personally like Conte, because during Jose's era, there were Spurs fans who were Levy out, but also hated Jose because they just hated him from before. If that makes sense.
Yeah. But the signs were all there, right?
Yeah.
You don't sack a manager, right, with that kind of track record 6 days before a cup final. That should have actually broken the camel's back. But the sad part with Jose Mourinho was, even before when he was manager, right, a lot of Spurs fans hated him because of what he did in Chelsea, right, back and forth, right. The hate was already there. A lot of fans didn't want Jose there in the beginning. So I understood that, right? It doesn't matter. You already have that veil across your eyes, right, that you can't unveil it, right? So you don't see it, right? But the problem is now is that when we shouted Levy out during the 3-0 loss at home to Manchester United, right, everybody wanted Conte.
Yeah, I remember. Yeah.
Yeah. What the fuck? All of a sudden, because you don't like his football, you don't like the style he's playing, but we wanted Conte in. I wanted Conte in not because for his football, not the style he was playing, right? Number one, the results is the first thing. Number two, he is one of the managers that I hope, right, that will actually stand up against the bullshit. The bullshit that's been given to us all these years, right? The lies, right? All the lies that I can't stand. If Levy came out and told us the truth, right, and told us that we are a mediocre, unambitious, fucked up club, right?
Yeah.
And you guys still wants to support us, welcome. Congratulations. Welcome to Tottenham Hotspur, right? But no, he keeps telling lies over and over and over again. And people still support that. That is the only thing I can't understand is why do we support liars? You know why? Because 95% of our fucking fan base are liars too. That's what they are. They can't take the truth. Simple as that.
I mean, all the bigger YouTube channels, not all of them, but some of them, they won't say what they really think, because if they do, it doesn't suit the narrative.
Okay. The thing is that for the bigger YouTube channels, right, it's because money.
Yeah.
You're monetized, right? Your sponsorship is somehow another link to the club, right? It goes into a circle over and over again. So to me, it's so simple. Don't lie. To tell the truth, if he came out and told us the truth. And second thing is that no responsibility, no accountability.
Zero accountability.
When the head doesn't have any accountability, zero responsibility for his actions, right? What the hell do you think the players are going to be? They're not going to be accountable for their actions too. I will just take my paycheck. I will just work. I'll just mosey on down the road, right? If imagine when COVID restrictions were lifted, the first game was with Aston Villa. I remember this very, very clearly because that's when I just went to YouTube. That's when I met Bobby. We had, started to know everybody, Brian Daigle, Stell, the whole gang, right? His statement, he came out, right? It was something like, we are, I think that was, we're going to bring back our DNA, our attacking style football, right? And then, of course, we misspent 250 million pounds on players, right? That was 2 years ago, if I'm not mistaken. Now he comes out with a statement, this, that, right? And we misspent 500 million pounds on players. I was going, what the fuck? You fucked up 2 times. And what are you still doing here?
Because he's not accountable to anyone.
Yeah. If you were a CEO, right, of Coke, right, Google, right, Tesla, right, you've been sacked long time ago. Yeah. What else can we say? Our fans. I keep saying
flip-flops.
No flip-flops. We blame ourselves first, right? Number one, because we chose this, right? Like what Stell says, right? Levy is selling the drug, right? We are all addicts, right? They are drug dealers, right? We can't take another form of drug. It's like going to, you found the best MDMA, right? So you like that formula, right? You can't get out of it. So at the moment, right? Yes, Bobby, we know. Yeah. Big up, Bobby, we love you. Right. But I keep saying he is the only manager at this period of time, right, to come out and speak the truth, right? And the worst part is, right, the truth hurts. Simple as that. And I keep saying, as us fans, we blame ourselves first because we've accepted this mediocrity, no ambition type of football club that we have. What else do we want? Right?
Also, Eugene, the problem is, I don't remember if it was you or someone else said it on another stream, is we're emotionally attached to Spurs. Like, it's not like I can get out one day. I can get out one day and say, I'm going to go support Man City, because I can't. It's just football for a football club. It's very different.
I'm in Asia. I'm Malaysian. I've been supporting Spurs for 40 years, right? I could have jumped out of that boat 20 years ago and
Mm.
support Liverpool or Manchester United, which the rest of Asia supports, right? And even Chelsea, to tell the truth, right? But why do I still supporting Spurs? I don't know why, right? Somehow or another, I'm maybe a loyal person, right? So
I'm like that. I'm too loyal, I think, to Tottenham.
yeah, it's okay, right? I'm a loyal person, right? So it is what it is, right? It is what it is. The only problem is now Conte has come out and told us the truth, right? Simple as that. Which, to tell the truth, right? The truth that most of us
Knew
people who are
already.
on the
Yeah.
knew already.
Yeah.
We've known this for so long, right? And how come the rest of the world has only found this out now? And the worst part is, right? People are still defending the owners, right? People are saying that Conte is doing this to protect himself, his reputation, blah, blah, blah. But why don't people see that he has got higher ambitions for the club to reach, right? And I'll come back to when, we haven't won anything in 20 over years. You know why? Because Conte doesn't even count the fucking League Cup
Yeah.
as a trophy. He wants the title. He wants the
Champions
title.
League. Yeah.
No, I mean, I'm not saying Champions League because he's never
But he
won
wants.
that.
I know what you're talking about. He wants a Premier League title.
He wants the title, the Premier League title. That is his ambition, right? Not maybe an FA Cup along the way would be nice, but not the League Cup, right? But I don't know.
Well, his quotes were literally 20 years. They are used to this in his obviously broken English. They're used to this. Under this owner, no trophies, no success,
no ambition, no success.
He's told us before though.
If you can sack me tomorrow, you can hire another manager in.
It won't
right?
make a difference.
It won't make a difference. It will still be the same.
He's right, because I've been saying that for ages. That's what I mean. That quote is what I've been saying this for every channel Eugene I've been on for the past month, or maybe longer than that. I said it doesn't matter which manager we bring in, nothing will change unless the players change, which is a consequence of the owner or Levy. Sorry, nothing will change because we saw the same back line for 9 years.
What did Bobby say when Mourinho got sacked? Right, we was talking about it. It doesn't matter who comes in, right? We took 72 days to appoint Nuno in, right? It doesn't matter, right? Keep Ryan Mason there.
I'm with Bob. Ryan Mason in at this point. Yeah.
Keep Ryan Mason there until we change the owners. That's all.
Speak of the devil. Hey Bob, you're right.
Ryan Mason! Ryan Mason in! Ryan Mason in!
Ryan Mason in. Yeah, Bobby. You okay, Bobby?
He's driving, so
I know he's driving. That's why let's say we're okay, right?
Yeah.
Right.
But that's what I said. That's what I'm saying. The only everyone's gonna slate me for this, but the only manager I think I can work on to leave is someone like Sean Dyche because he works with shit players. And the thing is, Levy wants a manager that whatever play he gives him, or whatever the director of football gives him, he'll work with. But managers, any sane manager, any manager with any ambition, right? Big up that Chelsea Dan, big up mate. Yeah, as in they won't. Any sane manager won't want to put up with any player, right? He won't want to have Eric Dyer as a new sign-in next season. Any sane manager, if you're just a manager who wants to come to Spurs and take a paycheck, someone like that, a yes man who'll take any player, that will work for Levy. He just wants a yes man. And I was on Sean's channel just before Eugene, and Jory was speaking about the English national team and about how the media, the managers we have like Gareth Southgate, who I think could probably end up being a future Spurs manager the way he acts. They just accept everything. The English media, they push a narrative that, Southgate's been successful and Gareth Southgate will just play any plays gets told to play. I mean, look at James Maddison. He barely played because he wasn't playing for a top team. Yeah. And unfortunately, it kind of mirrors Tottenham. Tottenham want a yes man. Levy wants a yes man. He just wants someone to come in and say, here's this player. Here's Jed Spence. Okay, I'll play him. Here's Nkudu. Okay, I'll play him. Here's Raziak. Okay, I'll play him. That's what he wants. But any sane manager, any manager with any ambition won't want that. He won't the players he wants.
Harry, but the problem is that, right?
Yeah.
I understand why Conte joined, but the thing is that, of course, we got him on an 18-month contract. I keep saying Conte is our stopgap manager at the moment. Simple as that, right? Why didn't he sign a 3-year contract? Why didn't he sign a 4-year contract? Why didn't he sign a 5-year contract? It's because Conte is testing Levy out. Levy is testing Conte out. Simple as that, right? But the problem comes back to the square one that I keep saying is that when his back was pushed against the wall, he
Maybe
brought
I
in
need to go on
Conte.
on TV to say something because
Yeah.
He goes, "We're not getting rid of Levy with this Levi fan base."
Yeah, that's true. That's true. Right. But the thing is that when we reach that juncture, right, us fans, right, throughout the whole fandom, I believe was Conte in. We sang his name on the first game that he played, right? And who did we
Levy
play?
out.
Right?
Yeah.
Who did we play? We sang Conte's name on the first game that he played, right? Conte knows there's a majority of the fan base that loves him, right? But the problem is that along the way, the football wasn't pretty. That's the problem with Spurs too, right? We want pretty football. Yeah. But what has pretty football gotten us in the last 15 years, right? When you don't back your manager. When we had pretty football with Poch, right? When we didn't give Poch what he want, right? We didn't sign a single player for what? 2 transfer windows or 3 transfer windows?
Free
Right?
windows. It's 18
And
months.
that was one of the biggest lies, right? Right? When we built that fucking stadium, right? I mean, it's a wonderful stadium, blah, blah, blah. Okay, fair, right? Levy came out, what he said, oh, the stadium, building of the stadium won't affect the transfer policy.
Exactly. Yeah.
Fucking lie again.
Yeah.
Right? The lie started then. All right? And Porsche didn't get back for 3 windows. What happened to the whole squad? We regressed. Right? We regressed like shit. And then we sack Poch. We bring in Mourinho. Mourinho is a win now manager. Right? Mourinho wanted Skriniar. He got rolled on. Right? What do you expect from that? And the worst part is, these win now managers, right, will use the best players that he has, which was Son and Kane. We burned them out.
He doesn't have a choice. Yeah.
We burned Son and Kane out in 3 years. Right? It's like asking them to spunk 3 times a minute or something like that. So what's going to happen to Son and Kane? Why do you think Son now is running out of steam? Why his form has dropped? Because his form hasn't dropped for the past 5 years. Right? He reached his pinnacle last year when he won the Golden Boot somehow or another with only 23 goals, right? Look at what Haaland is doing now. He's going to smash all the
Haaland's going to get 40, 50 goals.
Yeah. So it's a totally different league when Haaland is here now, right? So when and then Kane plays whether he's injured or not. Right? What do you expect him? What do you expect? I think now, when Kane first started playing, he used to have glass ankles, right? Every time someone gets his ankle, he falls over, it breaks, right? I think now, right? Yeah. And Chris, and most probably, right? The sponsors of that stadium will be a dildo maker. And I think now you don't see Kane getting his ankles broken that easily anymore. You know why? Because it's been broken so many times, right?
Can't break again.
You can't break it anymore. There's a Shaolin training method, right? If you keep hitting your hands or legs against hard things, right, it will create micro fractures. And when micro fractures heals over, right, it somehow it builds over a stronger bone structure. You see, so that's the Shaolin trick.
Bale was quite similar because Bale kept getting injured, and then apparently they stopped treating him for small injuries, and eventually he became more stronger and he's played longer. Because at the beginning he was injured all the time.
Yeah, but the thing is now we don't see. You see, And the worst part is that last season, Kane wasn't injured at all. Yeah, but of course, the last season, the first 3 months of that last season, Kane wasn't playing at all
His
because
head wasn't at Spurs.
no, the toys were out of his pram, so it doesn't matter because he was under Nuno, right? We were we proud, right? So yeah, we were proud.
We'll make you proud. We will make you proud.
Yeah, we were proud. You know why? After Nuno, we got Conte.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah. And Conte was supposed to bring us to the promised land. And if Conte can't bring us to the promised land, Conte is going to blow the cover. Right? And us fans are going to support Conte and go after our owners and protest and,
He's
burn
right,
the
though.
stadium
Kane doesn't
down.
leave Spurs to win trophies. Yeah, you're right, Chelsea. Dan. But also another thing I've noticed about Levy is that obviously Conte was here to appease us, right? But he gives us enough, or gives fans enough, a minimum, to be able think that we're actually doing something. So he'll appoint these Mourinho's, he'll appoint these Pochettino is probably going to be left because he knows Pochettino will come in and half the fans will lap it up and think, oh, he's going to unfinished business, blah blah blah. He's gonna because he knows
18 months down the line, 18 months down the line,
fans will put up with it and the fans will believe him. But me and you, I know even Poch comes in tomorrow, nothing in 18 months, a year,
back to square one.
We're back to square one.
The best part is that in 18 months, right after Dyer signs his contract extension, he'll still be there. Oh dear!
Imagine Poch joins in the summer and he's like, "Oh, I just gave Dyer a 4-year contract." And don't forget, Dyer is one of the players Poch wanted gone. I heard. So,
so what's going to happen? To tell the truth, it doesn't matter now. To tell the truth, right? The thing now is right. If you go through Conte's comment, right? Number one, he says, "I can't stop hiding anymore.
Yeah.
I have to come out and tell you guys the truth, right?" So, like I've been saying, Conte has not thrown one player under the bus, right? All this time. But all of a sudden, right, he's thrown the players, the owners, the stadium, the fans, everybody under the bus at one time. He has even thrown himself under the bus. Because you know what he said?
He said we.
Yeah.
He didn't say
and
I or
them. And the best part is that he says that you can sack me now, you can bring in another manager, it will still be the same. Because the culture, the mentality, right? Our players don't want to fight. They can't take the stress, right? They want things to be easy. So
it's true.
Yeah. The truth hurts, Harry. The truth hurts. Right? But what can we say? What can I say? When I joined this YouTube community, I've already reached the stage where I'm zen about all this shit, right? Because we moan, we cry, we do nothing about it. We moan, we cry, we do nothing about it, right? The big channels, I'll leave it in, they won't moan, they won't cry. But now they're starting to moan and they're starting to cry. After all this while.
Or only people like me and Stell and Brian Daigle and a few others turn up to protest. There's only 60 of us, 100 of us.
I can't turn up to the protest, right?
I know you can't.
But to go there to protest, right?
I'm not criticizing Tottenham away or anything like that, but they have 10,000 subscribers now, yeah?
Who?
And Tottenham away,
yeah.
They have 10,000 subscribers, and I see lots of people in the comments. I'm not naming names because I don't know everyone personally in the comments anyway, saying Levy out. And I know a lot of them probably live in London or live in the UK, yeah? I am lucky. I live near to Tottenham, so I'm like 20 minutes away from there. On the training ground's very near for me, so that's a good thing, yeah. But to go to protest for me is easy. But if you live in the UK, yeah, get down to protest. I'm saying there must be thousands of people on Tottenham Way who are subscribed who are Levy out that are in the UK. I'm saying put your money where your mouth is. You're going to say Levy out, fucking turn up. There's not going to be like 60 or 100 or 100 of us there. I've been to 2 or 3 protests. There's like 60 people. And it's like...
Yeah. But Harry, you're lucky you have 60 people. 2 years ago, 1.5 years ago, during the first January transfer window when Conte came in, right?
I remember.
Ryan Daigle was standing there alone with Graham and Ryan Isaacs, 3 people, 4 people in the protest, 5 people.
Yeah, exactly. Scott, you're spot on. That's what I'm trying to say. It's no point in saying Levy out if you're not going to get up and turn up to a protest.
Yeah, that's the thing, is that the other part of it is I don't understand is that, right? There are a lot of season ticket holders, right? And
I'm a
that's
season
why
ticket holder.
I keep telling you guys, right? Don't give up your season ticket, right? Because you guys, right, are the only ones in the stadium
Had a
who
voice,
actually
yeah.
can do something with a voice, right?
Yeah.
But the problem is that I keep hearing from you guys is that when you enter the stadium, right, it's like going through airport security check. I'm like scratching my head. What is that all about, right? Are they more worried about finding weapons and bombs to bring into the stadium, or maybe they're more worried about bringing Levy out flags,
Yeah,
right?
that's what I think. That's what I think.
Or they are so afraid, right, that the fans will buy food outside of the stadium or drinks outside of the stadium and smuggle them in.
Eugene, I go to the
Yeah.
off license before every game. It's part of my pre-match ritual, yeah. Regardless
Yeah.
if there's sweets or crisps or whatever in the stadium that you can buy. That's what I do because I buy from your off license. I've always done this, and my dad used to buy from food outside or whatever. Anyway, but my tradition is go to the off license, get some M&Ms or something, and a Yorkie. That's what we used to do. And I do this every game. Now I hide those things in my jacket. I zip it up, and then I pretend, it's just something else, like gloves or something.
It's like
Because I know
smuggling
if they
drugs,
find it,
right?
there's a chance they'll be like,
Yeah.
"Oh no, you can't bring this in." Because I've
No,
seen it. You joke about this,
why?
Eugene. I've actually seen it happen. Someone
No,
trying to
but
bring
why?
in like sweets.
Why has the culture of our football club become into get that kind of money grabbing? Hey, big up.
Perchy rate.
Punchy rate. Big up. Yeah, oh, punchy rate. Yeah, welcome. All right. No, but what I'm saying is that why has our club become so, how we call, focused on the
Big
money,
up, Jacob.
right?
Yeah.
Right? Why can't the fans bring food in? Right? Why have we turned into a cinema? You get what I'm saying? No, you can't bring outside Coke. You can't bring your own popcorn, right? You can't bring the hot dogs.
I know.
Everything has been,
I'm going to cinema later, Eugene. Actually, and I need to go buy some sweets before I go. So,
yeah.
well, yeah.
So no, and then why is it like you have a security check, right? Right. I mean,
You
is there a
walk through
bomb
this
threat?
like thing, and then
Yeah.
and then it's like, but then I've shown them
Yeah.
I've just got keys. Like,
Yeah. No, that's why you're walking through this. It's like going into
Yeah.
the airport, right? I worked in the airport
Yeah.
before. I understand what you're talking about, right? You had to walk through a scanner kind of thing, right?
Yeah.
Just to make sure you don't have any Levy out banners hanging in your body, right?
Yeah.
Or-
Yeah.
Are you wearing Levy out knickers today?
Yeah. But it's like someone says it's like what's the word? North Korea.
Yeah. Why? Why has the stadium become that? Are they just because using security as an excuse, right? To stifle people from bringing in their own food, right? Bringing their own paraphernalia,
Because
right?
if I bring in, say I went Chick King opposite, right?
Yeah.
And I brought in like my chicken and chips.
Yeah.
They know I won't go into the stadium and buy some food or buy a snack or something. If I bring snacks in, which I always do, regardless, I don't care if anyone's watching from the club. I always bring snacks in because I want to buy from the off license. I don't want to buy in the stadium where it costs twice as much.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I rarely buy a drink in the stadium. I think I bought a drink maybe once or twice, but that's mainly because like you kind of need a drink to survive because they won't allow me to bring bottles in.
Oh, they don't allow? Seriously?
Yeah. I don't think that you're allowed to bring bottles in, as far as I know.
My God, it's like getting on an airplane then,
I
right?
don't think you're allowed to bring bottles in, as far as I know. But by the way, big up to Jacob. You got to 1K.
Big up,
Jacob. Yeah,
Loved your waffle show that day, right?
Yeah.
But Chris, I mean, even in the cinema, we sneak food in. They can't do anything. You guys know, cinema doesn't. Even the cinema won't have a security scanner.
Yeah.
Some security guard there patting you down, right? To see how.
Do you remember that guy? They had that old guy.
Yeah. I know, in the airport, right? That's what they do in the airport. You cross the stern, if there's a bus, they'll pat you down, right? I don't know.
Oh wow! A security bloke tried to take insulin off me. What the fuck? What?
Seriously, Mark?
Mark? When was this? And which stand was this? I'm just curious. Let me know. Yeah, he's right. I'm paying a lot of money to go to cinema tonight to watch Shazam. But anyway, but yeah. But unfortunately, with cinemas, it's not like you can have a choice. All the prices of the cinemas have gone up. It's just
Post-COVID syndrome.
Yeah. I mean, I actually like going to the cinema. At least it's more enjoyable than watching Tottenham most of the time.
I know. Yeah.
But it's just Conte finally said what we've all been saying, at least for me, what I've been saying for the past 10 years. But I think the problem, Eugene, is that certain people have certain sort of levels in terms of going to Levy out or going against the ownerships or going against
No,
Levy. In terms
Harry,
of like,
I understand, Harry.
yeah.
I understand, right? Every fan has their right to express their love for the club, how you see, how you want to do it, and all that. But what you say is that a lot of fans, right, that come on but to tell the truth, right, on YouTube and Twitter and all the social media outlets there,
Yeah.
right? Yeah, I'd rather watch a movie. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm going to watch Formula One after this. I think I'm going to
Okay.
start watching Formula One instead of watching football matches now when
Yeah.
Spurs play. But I can't do that. Like I said, like Stel says, right? You know, Spurs is a drug, right?
Yeah.
And Levy is the drug dealer, right?
Yeah.
So, well, what was I saying? Just now lost the train of thought now. Guys, can you remember in the chats what was I saying earlier?
Drug dealers? I don't know.
Oh no, before drug dealer part, right? Yeah. No. Oh, as I was saying, fans. I mean, the people who go on the YouTube, the chats, and all that, the social media who keep shouting Levy out, and then they don't turn up for the protest and all that, right? That is the sad part. Okay, but
That's
if
what I, you know.
but if you are based in London, right, and you live near the stadium or quite near to the stadium, you should go down and support. And if you are actually in the stadium, you should show your displeasure in the stadium, right? Because to tell you guys, right, if you do that in the stadium, right, Levy gets a bad rap. Why do you think he panicked and got Conte, right? When we lost to Manchester
Levy
United,
out, we're singing Levy out. Yeah.
You were saying the fans in the stadium while you were singing Levy out, right? 100 million, okay, don't say 100 million, right? 10 million fans around the world, Spurs fans watching, international fans watching, are hearing it, saying it. Companies like AIA, right, are wondering, what?
Why are people saying this? Yeah.
Why are people saying this, right? So that is the thing that needs to be done. But nah, I understand that there are Spurs fans who express themselves to a certain extent. There are Spurs fans or they're football fans, right?
That was in the South Stand. Oh wow.
South Stand Everton game.
What's
When
that?
was that?
You know, with the insulin.
I know. I told him, I said, I've got proof you need, right? Of course, I don't have, because it was a needle in it. Yeah.
Also,
maybe.
I don't know if you know this, but there's a new rule about bags at Tottenham. You can't bring in big bags. If you do, you have to go to this certain place to like store the bag or something, and you have to pay like 10 quid. I can't remember how much it is. I've never done it myself because I never bring a bag to Spurs. There's no point. Do you know
but what if you're carrying a big bag of Spurs
merchandise?
Yeah, from the Spurs shop. Can you do that?
I think you're allowed to bring that in though. That's why.
But you can't bring your own big bag, right? You know why?
Because a big like black bag. I just do it.
You know why? Because they're afraid that you will hide a Levy out banner inside the bag, right?
But
that's what they're afraid.
Even if it's to do with like terrorism and stuff, when you walk past the big thingy,
the scanner, right? If it goes TTT, if it's a bomb inside there, if it's a gun in there, they'll find it, right?
Yeah.
So,
but apparently, if you have a big bag, you have to take it there. If it's a small bag,
that's why I keep saying they are afraid that people will bring in Levy out paraphernalia into the stadium. That's what it's all about, right? So it is.
I didn't know this until we played Sporting Lisbon in the Champions League at home, and I took two of my friends with me because I had 2 spare tickets. Yeah, so one of them brought a bag with him because he came from work because we all work together. Yeah. And we go to the stadium, and the guy's like, "You can't bring that in; it's too big of a bag." And my friend opens the bag, and all he has in it is just a few papers from work and that sort of thing. And the guy's like, "No, you can't bring it in; it's too big." And he's like, "You have to go all the way here, pay 10 quid or something, and then." And my friend was like, "I can just fold the bag." So he folded the bag. Eventually, we convinced the guy to let him in with the bag because there was literally nothing in the bag. It was literally just like paper and just.
All right, guys, I've got a plan for you tonight, right? Yeah, I've got a plan for all you guys, right?
Yeah.
I think you have to do the T-fold thing. Each bring a piece of A4 paper, right? In certain color forms, right? And when the time comes, you're just joined up, maybe halftime get together, you're joined up together, right? Staple it or cellophane tape it together. Then when the second half starts, right, bring it out and put out the Levy out banner. That's the only way you can do it.
If you put it in your pocket, would they be able to work it out if you fold it like really small?
That's a piece of A4 paper, right? You just put it in your
Yeah.
pocket. Yeah, you can say put it in your wallet. They won't see it, right?
I was gonna say
You
they can't
put your
they
plan.
can't check your wallet, can they? I don't know.
I don't know. It sounds like you're going through airport security.
It is.
You know,
It looks like Eugene. It looks
if
like airport
the bag is
security.
too big, right? It's
Yeah.
overweight, right? You got to pay
Yeah.
for the weight. Oh, I don't know. I can't say anything much more about this anymore. Somehow or another, our club has become a joke, right? Okay, my only question is it for all the football clubs in the UK? Or is just
Airport
Spurs?
security is Tottenham Hotspur. Guys, if
Yeah.
you guys have any other, I've been to Fulham away. There was nothing. Stamford Bridge was nothing. They didn't search just like airport security. But if anyone's been to a similar stadium, I don't know about the Emirates because I've been to Arsenal Stadium, so I don't know if that's similar. But I haven't been told that from my friends who support Arsenal. But as far as I know, it's just like airport security at Tottenham.
But that's weird. Why did our stadium turn into something like that? Right? Or maybe Levy's just afraid someone's gonna assassinate him.
Bring like a sniper like this.
Yeah. If someone, come on, Levy, you should have half a brain, right? If someone wants you dead, you'd be dead by now. Oh, sorry to say that.
Millwall, maybe Millwall, yeah.
Millwall.
But it's because it's become we're just too commercialized as a club. Yeah.
No, I don't think that's have anything to do with commercial, right? It's just more like a security kind of a feature that's been implemented. Right. But to tell the truth, I don't understand, right? But coming back to the Conte comments, honestly, to tell the truth, big up to Conte, right? I've been waiting for this for such a long time. I've been saying Conte walks since he joined us.
Yeah.
I didn't expect him to be any longer. Sooner or later, he's going to get frustrated with the owners and he's going to leave, right? But somehow or another, he hasn't left. But I guess after what he did yesterday, right? Everyone is saying he's Green Mile line. So he's in the queue.
The Green Mile.
yeah, Green Mile line, right? So he's in the queue. But to tell the truth, it doesn't bother me anymore, right? Whether Conte is here, Conte is not here, whether Conte is going to be, whatever is whatever, right? Tottenham fans,
We are on TV wanting Gooners to be blocked.
Why?
I don't know.
What's happening? I don't know.
I know it's still going on, but I was watching a bit of it.
Yeah, I was watching a bit of it. Yeah.
He's considering it. Yeah.
Okay, allegedly, right?
Yeah. But obviously,
don't tell them Eugene told you that, right?
It wasn't me. It wasn't me.
It wasn't me. Right.
As Shaggy says, it wasn't me.
It wasn't me. Yeah.
It wasn't me.
Yeah.
Okay, so as a consequence of these comments, do you think he's going to get sacked?
To tell the truth, right? I think what Conte has done now, he's actually thrown the ball back into Levy's lap, right? He's actually telling Levy now, it's either you back me and follow my way, or, right, you give me the highway, okay? Because at the moment now, what he's done, he's thrown everybody under the bus. We still do not know how the reaction of our dressing room is, the players, how they're going to react, because it's the international break now. And when Conte has done this, he's smart. You get what I'm saying? And I heard something that maybe he's back in Turin now or something like that. He has left the country.
Is he back in Italy?
Yeah, he's back in Italy. He could be back in Italy now because it's international break, right? So, to tell the truth, I don't care anymore, right? Like I've been telling you, once we appointed Conte, I've been expecting Conte to walk from,
day one, yeah.
Day one, right? Because I already know that our owners will never, ever give him what he wants, right? Maybe Conte
he's
thought...
right. Arsenal fan, he's right, though.
What?
We were at each other's throats about Wenger and Arteta, Usmanov, but your fan base is proper divided.
Yeah, really. That's true. Yeah. Yeah. We are weirdly divided. Weirdly
Even Levy
divided. I
out
don't
people
know.
are divided now.
Yeah.
Seen. Yeah.
Yeah, that's the weird part, right? It's not to say the Levy, and the worst part, right? The Levy inners are more what called united than the Levy outer people, Levy out people. So I've gone to the stage, right? If we really want to do something, we have to take action. Stop the moaning, stop the whining, take action. Have a plan. That's how I said. Have a plan, take action, get together, right? Burn the stadium down or something like that. It's up to you guys. I can't do much of anything, right? Like I said, even if I go to watch a game in the UK, right? Or I mean in London, right? Whether home or away, right? I want to be at a protest first, even before I watch a game. That's what I want to do, right? But it's sad. It's sad, right? Whether Conte is going to get sacked, to tell the truth, if Levy ego has been shattered, yeah, right.
Levy's ego is the biggest problem at Tottenham Hotspur. That's what I think.
Yeah. Of course it is.
The signings, he won't sign players because of his ego. He won't pay the money.
Yeah. That's the sad part.
So right. you don't think he'll get sacked? Or you do think he'll get sacked?
To tell the truth, I don't care whether he gets sacked, he doesn't get sacked, right? Because at the moment now, Levy has got what he wants. We are in the top 4 position. But if after the international break, right, the results don't come, he'll get sacked. Because if we fall down to 5th, 6th, 7th, 8th, don't forget what Conte said, right? What are we aiming for? 5, 6, 7, 8, right? I'm not here to get 5, 6, 7, 8 or 4th, right? So
he wants more than top 4 himself. He's even said it.
Yeah. He's not here for 4th, right? He's here to win, right? And our ambition, our club culture is not here to win. We're here to meander on, right? That's all. That's what Conte's found.
Just relax, get the top 4, maybe.
Yeah, it is what it is, right? Yeah.
So international break. I love your thoughts on international break. Would you normally say, what is it?
Oh, normally I keep saying, right, the international break breaks us, okay? Yeah. Somehow or another, welcome to Tottenham Hotspur. Congratulations. The international break has already broken us.
I was going to say, yeah. It's already broken us.
Oh dear. Alonso has just overtaken Perez. I'm watching Formula 1 now.
All right.
Yeah, let's do a watch along. Formula 1 watch along now. It starts. On Hotspur TV.
Yeah.
Any Formula 1 fans here? Right. Is Levy there in Saudi Arabia?
He must be.
Nice.
By the way, Man United Fulham's 0-0. And Mitrovic had a penalty shout, apparently. I think that game's going to be quite close, you know.
No, it could be. It could be. It's an FA Cup. We can't say anything what happens, and especially it's 2 Premier League teams playing each other, right? So let's see what happens. But Manchester United,
I think Fulham have a good chance, you know.
Yeah.
United.
Yeah.
Conte came here to win trophies.
Yeah. We don't do
you
that.
You know that meme?
Yeah. We don't do that here, right? Yeah. International break, right? Let's see who we have out on international break. Eric Dyer has been called up to the England squad again. Oh my God! Honestly, I pity Timori from AC Milan. What does he have to do to get into the England squad? Like you were saying, Southgate and his cronies, right? But it is what it is. Yeah. I'm here to improve the squad and not win anything.
But obviously, Conte's called for patience and stuff like that. But I think yesterday was his last straw.
Yeah.
That's what it felt like.
No, but the thing is that he's been calling patience from the fans to understand. And that's what he's been saying. I've been hiding the truth. You get what I'm saying?
Do you remember Tim Sherwood? Remember he said something similar after a game? Not this level, but remember he came out and said top 4, wake up, it's not going to happen or something like that, remember? Or you having a laugh, did he say, or something in the post-match presser? When we lost like 4-0 to Chelsea or something? Yeah.
Can't remember.
This seemed quite similar, but obviously this was like a different level. Conte went full Conte. Like, Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, Forster was
Yeah.
called up as well.
Yeah, Forster's been called up for Forster,
Forster,
Yeah.
yeah, it's his name Foster, but it's Forster.
not Forster. Forster.
Yeah.
Called up to England squad?
Yeah, he was called up. Yeah.
No, I thought the England squad is Nick Pope, Aaron Ramsdale, and what's his name? Pickford.
No, maybe one of them got injured. I don't know, but he was called up. That's what I saw.
Okay. Yay, Brian
Yeah.
Daigle!
Leave you
Hop
out.
on, Brian.
Yeah.
Yep, leave you out. We want leave you out. Say we want leave you out.
We
Yeah.
won't leave you out.
Yeah, Brian, you should come on earlier when I had my rant.
Yeah, you missed it.
Yeah, you missed my rant.
But if you want to join, the link's right at the top. So
Yeah, links right at the top. Right.
but I don't know how long I'm going to carry on for, but anyways.
No, we're doing the Formula One watch along. You're gonna be here for another 1.5 hours.
Oh, Pope was injured. Oh, I didn't know he got injured. Oh, that's
Pope got
why.
injured.
Nick Pope got injured. Yeah.
Okay, all right. Forster's been called in. Fair. Oh yeah, we got 3 players in the England squad now. Yeah,
I think
Big up.
Forster deserves it.
Forster. Yeah. Nah,
Yeah.
I mean, Forster is not I think that bad at the moment, right? Maybe if he was a younger Forster, then maybe we will have seen something better from him, right? So, right. Yeah, Chelsea Dan, right? We want Levy in. Yeah, you want us to be cursed still, right? Yeah.
Pope is injured. Oh, big up Sav, you're right.
Yeah.
Yeah, he wants Levy in.
Yeah, of course he wants Levy in, right? Arsenal fans, Manchester United fans, Liverpool fans, right? All want Levy to stay, right? Because he's our curse.
Do you remember Arsenal fans at the game? I'm sure you watched it. They were singing, "Your owners are shit. Your owners are shit. Tottenham Hotspur, your owners are shit." Yeah.
Yeah, I know.
So obviously they can see it. How can half the Spurs fan base not see it? I just don't understand.
I keep telling you guys, right? Majority of Spurs fans have got Stockholm syndrome, right? Because they fear that we will fall, okay? We will crumble as a club, which I keep saying we won't be. We that can't happen to us anymore. We're too big at this moment.
I think he's done well. I think he deserves to call that.
Yeah. We've reached a level where we can't fall anymore, right? Once we reach that billion dollar business, right, it's very, very difficult for us to fall, right? But the problem is that I think is that after the Scholar and the Sugar times and the things that happened during those times, right? There's a lot of PTSD there. So I don't know. I think a lot of the older generation fans rather be safe and have Levy and not what I call.
Hey TJ, you're right.
Yeah, big up TJ, right? So it is what it is, and the sad part is that, of course, the younger generation of fans, right, which is now the millennials and all that, they are very they want results instantaneous, right? And if they don't get it, hopefully maybe that is the generation that will bring us right. Hey, Chelsea Dan is in the chat, private chat.
Yeah, he's on mute. I don't know.
Yeah.
Hello. All right, I wasn't sure where you were because you were on mute.
Yeah, geezer.
Yeah, you're right.
Right.
What are your thoughts about Tot? Don't say leave.
But Dan, we're still above you, right? So yeah, that's one thing we can say. That's all we can say.
But who's the most person in the European Cup, English Cup, to be in the European still in the Champions League?
Yeah. We are not there.
Yeah.
See.
Yeah.
See.
But are you Potter out or Potter in?
But you're gonna play Real Madrid, right?
Yeah.
Did you know? I tell you what, my guy. Yeah. If Potter, we got the most successful to be the most Chelsea record in history. Yeah. We got the better record than Real Madrid in 7-1, right? In any Spanish clubs, yeah, we're the most successful club to beat Real Madrid and Barcelona. We're their bogey team. We're their bogey team. And when they beat Liverpool, they said we don't want Chelsea in the cup finals because they know Mason Mount and all that sort of got turf up there at their Grand Banana Bowl. Yeah, mate. But the thing is, Tottenham. What's going on with Tottenham? Keep Levi in, I say. Keep Levi
No,
in.
Levy out.
Yeah, you know what? Empty cabinet, dusty cabinet. Died of over
No.
4-2.
No. Our cabinets are full with financial records, right? The certificates are
Spent
full.
champions.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but Haas
We
my
got,
guy. Haas is my guy, yeah. Well, I'm from
yeah.
Tony Claude, yeah. We have a laugh, yeah.
Yeah.
Because, but with you Tottenham fans,
Yeah.
you don't have no mega history about your cabinets. It's a boring club.
Yeah.
And there's
We're always in the media. We're
yeah,
always
but
doing
your trophy cabinets are for like Division 4 happiness in pensions, isn't it? The old pensions. But I tell you what, I am actually Potter out, Harvey.
Oh, you're
I am
Potter
Potter
out.
out.
Okay.
I am Potter out. You know me. Yeah, he ain't got no squad depth for our club, man. We've got world class talent players. We've got the best players in their thing, yeah, and he just don't know what he's doing. And to go pour the bus against Everton, that's
no, but then
embarrassing.
won't you give it some time?
No chance. I want that flip flop merchant out of my club. He's a jellyfish.
At
He's
least
a jellyfish merchant.
at least until end of the season, right? He might bring you the Champions League.
Oh yeah, but if he brings us to Champions League, just to do a Di Matteo, one of our old legends, he'll win us the Champions League. I still want him out.
Yeah. But the problem is that you guys don't have Roman now, right? You got Bowley. You get what I'm saying? If Roman was here, right, and Potter goes on to this run, and you guys are 10, right?
He would sack him.
He was gone yesterday.
It would have been gone. It would have been gone a month ago. It would have last Christmas.
Yeah, right. But that's
The
what I'm saying.
guy would be buried underneath the woods, mate. He'd be gone.
But then, as an outsider looking at Tottenham, there's lots of Spurs fans who will actually not leave you out. Why do you think that's the case?
I've got my brother-in-law. My brother-in-law is a Tottenham fan, right?
Is he a Tottenham fan? All right. Is he leaving out?
Right. He's leaving in.
Leaving in?
Seriously?
How? What's his justification?
I say, what? You leave him in for the old pension so he don't win, trophies. He says he looks he plays the game and he tries and gets the player. But the thing is, Darryl, Chelsea something for you can say it, mate. Where was you? Well, just a second. What has actually Tottenham done for the last 30 to 40 years? Can I ask that one? And these guys like my brother-in-law likes to smoke me, say, we're the best club in London. How can you be the best club in London? You don't win nothing. It's like it's a dusty cabinet. But he goes, it's not the lever, it's not the Levy, it's the manager. How can it be the manager?
I think Conte's the problem.
I'll tell you about Conte, mate. He was at Chelsea. He's one of our own, mate. If you don't give the manager what he wants, he will walk, and that's what he did at Chelsea. And he won't get sacked, Harvey. He'll walk out your club. And if Levi, doesn't do what he wants at your club, then you just walk away from your club. Because you come out today, he added the minerals yesterday about your club, that you ain't good enough to win trophies. And if Levi is trying to tell Levi exactly to do, but he ain't happy about it. And Harry Kane, he's top. Harry Kane is one top player. What he's done, he's broke the record for over Alan Shearer. But you're ruining him, man. In his Champions League footballs, and you didn't let him go last summer. He should have gone last summer. He needs to win cups. And if he can't get the title challenges for Tottenham, he needs to go to a bigger club like Chelsea, Man United, or Liverpool, where he knows he'll get the cups like Champions Leagues.
I mean, he won't win anything at Tottenham. I agree with you.
Yeah, I know. That's me and you spoke about it before on Tony's show, ain't it?
Yeah. And
that's what I like about you, because you talk facts about your club that you know you own. This media is a Tottenham lady, and some other and this Irish guy who's a Tottenham fan, delusional, saying that we ain't got no history and we bought our trophies. I say, no, we didn't with Roman. Can't you see back in the day when we had Matthew Harding? We won more cups than you when we had Matthew Harding. I said, where you coming from? I said, I bought from the 80s. I know what we had. We ain't a top club. We pretend
But
we
before
are.
Abramovich, weren't you guys like
Exactly.
in like top 4 anyway? Or am I wrong?
We always should be top 4 before Roman.
Yeah, I
And
remember
we won
against
and we
Lola
won
and
the
everyone else.
Cup World Cup, Winners' Cup. We got the UEFA Cup. We're the first club to beat Real Madrid. We got the most history of Real Madrid. So we're the successful clubs. Barcelona and Real Madrid don't like us because
So
they
the
don't.
movie team.
We're that we actually had like boogie team. Yeah, that's it. Every
Yeah.
club has a bogey team, and your
Yeah.
bogey team was Southampton yesterday, wasn't it? When you was 3-1 up and then you went and.
No, Dan. Half of the Premier League is our bogey team.
And fair dues, you beat us at your goal for the first. You did beat us
It took
for the
so
first
long.
time.
Yeah.
Yeah, you beat us because we're in the role room where it says trust the process, and this is a pre-season training for our team, and we'll be back next summer. But we will be back next summer. But trust the process. What fucking process is there? I just can't see it.
The thing with Chelsea is that I find interesting is that like you have the players, but you don't have the manager. At Tottenham, is like we have the managers, but we don't have the players. It doesn't make any sense. It's like
No, you do. You do have the players.
We don't have the
You
players.
You have Sod, Klosky, Harry Kane. You brought up Basuma.
Have you seen our back
We don't have
line?
enough of the players, Dan. Right? We do have some of the players, but not enough of the players. Right? That's the sad part.
You have Dirty Romaro who pulls Cucurelli's hair and they've got sent off for that assault at Stamford Bridge, and we should have won that game at Stamford Bridge. And then you guys played dirty at your ground when we lost 2-0. You was dirty. How did Romaro never got sent off that game? You proper took us clean out. You didn't like it because we should have actually won that game, but we just got to. Your players just took us out, like thinking. Oh, dirty! Oh, it's another dirty Tottenham game. It's just this man, like from Tottenham, like want to play dirty because they're just like getting salty.
No, but then Spurs haven't been dirty for such a long time. We used to be the most polite club in the whole Premier League, right? We bring you down, we shake your hand, and we'll carry you back up. Until we got Romero.
Wait, I don't get why are you playing midget Dyer instead of David Sanchez? I don't get that. Do you know why he don't want to be at your club? He doesn't want to be at your club. That's why.
Sanchez can't stand up properly. He falls down half the time. How are we going to play him? Right. That's the
back in days. But my pal, yeah. Back in days, David Sanchez was one of the world-class centre-backs. No, and he comes to you and you're in him. Of course he was, man. I would have took you about Chelsea, man. I would.
But you know, Mourinho, he targeted Sanchez in the Europa League final when they played Ajax, I remember. Do you remember?
Yeah, we did. Yeah, I do remember, yeah.
Yeah, so it says a lot if Mourinho's targeting a certain player. He must be shit.
But Jose Mourinho picks quality, not quantity. It's quality players.
No, I'm saying he targeted him as a player to like expose, basically, in the Europa League final.
Oh, wait, try to say he was crap, did he?
Yeah.
Yeah, well, Jose Mourinho do that just to rub it into Tottenham and stuff. But when you had him what really wound us up about Mourinho, he said he's a special one and he'll never join any rival Premier League club.
Yeah, I remember, yeah.
And then the next minute, he goes and manages you guys, don't win nothing for you guys. Then he goes to Man United with the UEFA Cup for them. And I'm thinking, hang on a minute, you said you're true Chelsea. And you'll never manage, and then you're going to manage this Premier League, and that's when I'm thinking, hang on. And then when Conte battered him, he got sulky because he goes, look how many trophies we've got, look how many titles I've got at Stamford Bridge, calm yourself down, Conte. I'm thinking, what a muppet. What actually a muppet. But he's doing well for Roma now,
No matter what kind of muppet he is, right? He wins things.
He won a trophy.
Yeah. Right, and we sacked him 6 days before a club final. Dan, who's the muppet?
I know you Tottenham fans hate Chelsea, and we hate Tottenham, but we're the most successful Premier League best club in the world. Where London is blue, But I feel sorry for you, Tottenham fans. I do feel sorry for
feel
you,
sorry
and
for us.
I do. I actually do feel sorry for you because
I feel
people
sorry for
see
myself too.
because every rival fan singing boring Tottenham, and you got Arsenal like slating you guys. It's bad. It's actually bad. It is. Do you know what? You need to manage. You need to stick with Conte. Give Conte down.
Okay. What happened to Dan?
I'm back. Sorry. Give Conte his time.
Yeah.
He might do something for you, but leave whoever your chairman who likes a yes man, he needs to let Conte get the stuff what he wants at the club. Don't let Levi take over. Let Conte take it over. Because if you don't, Levy, he won't take Levy's of what opportunity. He'll leave and he'll want his money. And we've been hearing about Thomas Tuchel coming to you, and I've seen a lot of fans. I've been on a lot of Tottenham fans saying he's going to go to Tottenham. That ain't going to happen because have you not seen his statement? He watched Real Madrid.
He ain't come to Tottenham.
No. People, I've been listening to Tottenham fans on today on Twitter Spaces and they've got Thomas Tuchel has been apparently a signed agreement if Conte leaves after the international break. We're getting Thomas Tuchel in. And I'm thinking, I went on there and I said to him, are you mad? Thomas Tuchel won't come to you. You've got Conte, give Conte time.
You know, Tuchel was a Spurs fan, though. He said he was a Spurs
fan. Who?
Tuchel said he was a Spurs fan.
He ain't a Spurs fan. Do you know who he actually supports?
He said as he was growing up, he was supporting Tottenham.
No, it's Fullerell.
I thought he said Tottenham.
No, Fullerell. He's a proper Fullerell fan. Fullerell.
Right. Villarreal, okay.
Yeah, Fullerell, Spanish team. Yeah.
Arsenal 8 points clear. It's mad.
Yeah, they're playing teams like Crystal Palace, who's been in a bad performance. They're not a really good team. They've been bad. They've shut their manager. They haven't got a manager, so they're going to win that today. But the thing is, though, but we all know that they ain't going to win it because they've got Liverpool coming up. They've got Man United coming, Man City coming back.
I think Arsenal are going to win the title, honestly.
I think Arsenal win the title too. Yeah. I got this feeling that Arteta has gift wrapped the title and passed it to. Pep has gift wrapped the title and passed it to Arteta, right? Because he's aiming for the Champions League. That's what they are focusing at, right? So the only threat that I see that most probably Arsenal will get is maybe Manchester United, but I don't think Manchester United is close enough to touch them now. Right, and Manchester United is already in the final.
Man City playing mind games with Arteta because it comes to the end of May. Yeah, we'll see at the end of May because Man City, you see Eden Hazard, man. Oh my God, look at him now. He's like a monster again, man. All the goals against Leipzig, the goals against Burnley yesterday. This guy's a monster, man. If he starts scoring goals for Man City to the end of the season, mate, and Arsenal bottled against Sporting Lisbon, the worst team who's fourth in the Portuguese league. They lost to him. I don't think they'll win, mate. I can't see him winning it.
Yeah, but what if Arteta's plan was just not to be in the European League because it will bring more games for him to, and he won't have much
squad.
Yeah. He has to manage the squad, right? Because his squad is not. He doesn't have his squad depth is not that good anyway, right? Dan, it's not like you guys. That's one thing, right? That's the only problem now with Manchester United being into the quarterfinals of the Europa League, right? And they've got more games to play, so that's why I see the ball is actually in Arteta's court. It's for him to lose, right? Unless City chases him, chase them down, which I don't think it will happen because they're like 5 points away. If City win all their games, Arsenal has to lose 2 of the games, right? So where is he going to lose 2 of the games? Maybe you say if he loses at Liverpool, that's
He'll lose at Liverpool. He'll lose at Man City, right? Then they've got to play Leeds, and then they've got to play us. And I don't think when we go to their ground, we'll probably turf them up at their ground.
But if you guys,
we're doing a fairy because they're in a fairy tale like Leicester Tottenham that season when Tottenham could have won the Premier League, but Leicester we stopped Tottenham for winning Leicester to let Leicester win it. But
then if you guys go further into the Champions League, right, then the focus will be different again.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You guys were focusing on trying to win it, and
Well,
Yeah.
we're focused winning the Champions League. We ain't bothered where we are in this table. We're not. We're allowed to be where we are today because of 20 years we've done. We've got the whole history of 20 years winning cups after cups after cups, and we've been top four. The people with the rifle fans say, "So look where you are now. Look where you're 10th. You're 10th." Thing is, yes, we might be 10th, yeah, but we've got pedigrees to win in the Champions League. Man City hasn't got that. So Man City will get knocked out by Bayern Munich. And when Man City gets knocked out by Bayern Munich, their focus would be winning that Premier League. And when Man City goes on, they go mad. They could go straight onto a winning streak, win all their games at the end. And that's what they do. That's what they do. And Arsenal can't do that.
League, though. I think Pep wants the Champions League. That's why.
He wants the Champions League. He wants the Champions League, but he won't win it. He won't win it with Man City.
But do you think this season, right? Bayern Munich is not the Bayern Munich of the old because they don't have Lewandowski there anymore.
Bayern Munich still Bayern Munich, man. You can't break that. They've got the Kimmich, they've got the Goetze, they've got the Manuel Neuer. They've got a cast. They've still got the best centre backs in the Bayern Munich team. They've got Sadio Mane there. They have Gnabry, who's been scoring goals for fun. They've got the Leroy Sané. See, I wouldn't hesitate. Bayern Munich. They're incredible. They are incredible. Even they didn't need Lewandowski. Look, what's Lewandowski done for Barcelona in the Champions League when they got knocked out? They didn't do nothing. Look, what did he do at Man United in UEFA? Didn't do nothing. So they've got another good striker. What they're playing in, he's a young talent player, and he's scoring goals for them. I can't remember his name for Bayern Munich, but he's been incredible, and that's another future star striker. It's going to be an unbelievable talent, and I like the kid. I can't remember his name yet, but he looks like he's going to be an unbelievable another striker talent, and he's still young. So the thing is, yeah, if Man City if they could beat Bayern Munich, they've got to place us in the Champions League if we do beat Real Madrid, right?
Yeah.
Right, and then when it comes to Chelsea, Man City, we're the titles to beat Man City. We'll beat them, and then we'll just go through to the final.
So, do you think Spurs will finish in the top four though, as an outsider?
No. So sorry, I have to say that.
Okay. For me and Eugene, we don't care about top four anyway.
I would like you to finish top four, but can I see you finishing top four? No, I can't see it, man. Because you're 3-1 up against Southampton, and they come back 3-3, man.
Yeah.
And
But I did predict us to draw 2-2 on Oris's show on Friday night when he asked me the predictions. So
I did it.
And I predicted Chelsea were going to draw 2-2 as well, so I was right about that too.
We was unlucky to draw. Do you know what?
You know what? I'm scared of Everton. We've got Everton after the international break. Sean Dyche is going to do a number on us again.
You never know.
It's always as bad as Chelsea's fault.
Dude, it's just... no, man. Sorry, man. I was probably alright afterwards, but because my phone rang, it somehow cut out my headset for some reason. It's weird. I don't know why it does that. I'm going to end the stream pretty soon because we're going on for an hour and a half now. So, but anyway, I've got to come and support each other. You guys in the chat, yeah, please smash the like buttons and hit the subscribe for my guy Harvey Spurs, mate.
And same if you're a Chelsea fan, go subscribe to Chelsea Dan.
Yeah.
You stream a lot.
Because you guys, Harvey's a legend, and when I met him, you come on I see you come in my chat and have a chat, but you dare to try and be funny because you see all the Chelsea fans. But yeah, man. But yeah, you guys, please hit the like button and subscribe to my pal Harvey, even though he's a Tottenham fan, but one day you might win it.
I hope so. If Levy goes. And Eugene, are you streaming tomorrow again?
Yeah, I'll be doing my 2 p.m. show as normal, right? Let's see who's gonna be on. I don't know. I put out a lot of invites and a lot of people. most a lot.
If I wasn't working tomorrow, I would have joined. But
yeah. I think I'll be having a Manchester United. I mean, but from Malaysia, right? A Manchester United fan on, one or two of them, right? And then of course it'll be Spurs fans on. And of course, Mani will be on. I'm not sure you guys know Mani.
Yeah.
Oh,
Do you know Manny?
Manny. Yeah, he's a top guy, man. He's an Arsenal supporter, yeah. Manny's one of. Ask him about Chelsea, Dan. He'll tell you about me. Blah, blah, blah. Is that thing on your back of your thing behind the counter? Is that your YouTube subscriber name? Spurs.
Spurs Agent TV.
Spurs Agent TV. I'll after when I get off, I'll come and subscribe to you. And the guy who's Chelsea Dan. Mine's Chelsea Dan. Just trying to big D. But
Chelsea Dan.
Don't worry.
Chelsea Dan.
Just on your Ugly Chelsea channel. Big up Jacob.
Jacob. But Jacob, I see you're a Tottenham fan. You'll never walk alone, mate. That's what we can say. We can sing to you. You're a banner company the whole season. We're a dusty cabinet, man. I'd like to see you one day come to us and say, Champions of Europe, we know who you are. And the Club World Cup Winners' Cup.
Oh my God.
We've done it all, mate. We see things that we'll never see in it, Harvey. You know that, innit? And that's what I told you. But Harvey, my guy, definitely, man. Me and you have to do a show on my channel. We'll have to do a show or talk about it. I'll bring you on my power, no, but... But all you guys, man, please hit the like button, subscribe, and go, and then especially Spurs, Suzanne, I'll go sub to your channel now, my geezer. It's nice to meet you, man. It's nice to meet you, man. All the best, guys. It's alright, man. I thought I'd come support you, man, because it's nice to speak to you. But big ups to you guys. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Yeah. And he calls you Harvey?
Yeah, I think he said
So are you Harvey or Harry?
No, Harry, not Harvey. I'm Harvey Dent, obviously. Harvey Dent.
Okay, all right, yeah. I think I'm subscribed to him because he's from the Twitter site, right?
Yeah.
Steven's channel, I think I'm subscribed to Chelsea Dan too. Yeah.
I think I did meet him through Tony. I think I did meet him because I went on Tony's channel once and we did like a Super Six. I think that's when I met him from. Yeah. And I was cussing out Tottenham obviously because. And everyone's like, yay. What am I supposed to say? We're not playing well. So anyway, so before we go,
what are we supposed to say? We haven't won anything.
Yeah, we haven't won anything. Conte even said we haven't won anything.
Yeah, we haven't won anything, right? Oh dear. And the third thing, right? It's a good thing, right, Harry? We don't have to make any predictions next week for next week's game. Oh dear. When are we playing? When are we going to play Everton?
It's April? Monday, the 3rd of April.
3rd of April. Oh, that sucks.
2 weeks.
It'll be some kind of 3 a.m. game for me now. Yeah.
It's 8 p.m. Yeah, it's 8 p.m.
Yeah, 8 p.m. That will be.
Oh, you know what? I think we're going to lose that game because Sean Dyche is their manager. He's going to do a number on us.
I don't think we're going to lose. I think we're going to draw. Truth.
They'll definitely get.
But Harry, don't worry. Right, we'll get a new manager bounce.
Yeah. Beyonce at centre half. Yeah, Beyonce at centre half.
Yeah. We'll get Ryan Mason in and everything be fine.
Mason in.
Yay. Mason in and we'll be fine, right?
Yeah. All right, before I let you go, because it's quite late with you anyways. Levy out.
I'm watching Formula 1 now. Don't worry.
Right. Levy out anyway.
Yeah. Okay. And then as always, Levy out. Levy out and Levy out.
Levy out.